to make people wait. So welcome everybody, and Stacy Loftus, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Like Melissa said, we want to welcome everyone for joining us tonight, for you taking 30 minutes of your time to learn about an opportunity that could be absolutely life-changing for you and your family. You're going to hear from a couple spectacular leaders in this company that are just ordinary people that grabbed the vision and saw that they had an opportunity to truly change their life and the people around them. Some of the things you want to hear about is the culture of the company. You're going to hear about an income opportunity that can help you change your life. You're going to hear about time freedom, how you can change your time freedom to help and spend the time with the ones that you love. Let me do a quick introduction of myself. Kind of got ahead of myself just a little bit. I'm Stacy Loftus. I live in Charleston, West Virginia, and I'm a full-time police officer in Charleston. I will be hanging that up very soon at the age of 46, all thanks to this company. There's no way that I would be able to retire early any other way. And during the 8 years that I've been with Singular, we have, my wife and I have been able to do a lot of amazing things. We get to donate more money to our church. We get to donate to local charities that are here locally that we enjoy giving money to. We get to help people on a personal, private level that no one knows. And talking about getting out of debt, we have gotten ourselves out of thousands and thousands of dollars in debt along the way. So enough about me. I'm going to bring on Christy Bland. Christy and I got to know each other from traveling. We have traveled the world together. And when I say the world, we have been as far as Dubai. So we have truly traveled the world together. And she's from Turkey, Texas. She likes to say that she's a small town girl from Turkey, Texas. But let me tell you, she has one of the biggest hearts of anyone that I know. So Christy, take it over.
Well, thank you so much. And yes, I am Christy Bland from Turkey, Texas. And it is so crazy to think where I was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, this chick was driving the school bus that drives by my house. Y'all, this just started like maybe about a month ago. There was never anybody now since we moved that drove the bus by my house. And now then they do, and they drive the exact same, because in Turkey, Texas, it's a Suburban, the exact same Suburban by my house that I drove over 4 years ago. I drove that Suburban for 10 years. He had a couple of deer in it, everything else. So yes, and then on my way to school, or whenever I got to school, I was a teacher's aide. I left school. I worked at the hotel, the local hotel, like Turkey, Texas. There's 400 people that live here. I worked at the hotel. I waited tables. I changed sheets at the bed. I checked people in. I did all the things. I did photography after school and on the weekends, lots and lots of time and hours spent there. I did all the things to make ends meet. Because is there any mamas and daddies out here that there is, life is expensive, kids are expensive, hobbies are expensive. Maybe you do travel ball, or for me, it was rodeo. My husband rodeos, my kids rodeoed, all the things, and horses and animals aren't cheap. And so that's just what this mama did. My husband's also a rancher. Y'all, that's not very profitable either. I'm just saying. And so I did everything. So whenever I started this 4 years ago, this is what I said. You know what? I really want to lose some weight and whatever, but I am not opposed to making money. So you tell me what to do and I will do it. And it took off and went from there. Yeah, I could say that. Actually, I made my mom and my sister-in-law do this with me. I didn't ask them. I said, if I'm doing it, you're doing it. So come on. Mainly because if I made them do it with me, guess what? I got money in my pocket in my bank account before I actually got my products in. And so that's what I did. Like, how cool is that? That we could either have a Singular debit card or directly into our bank account. And so I said, that's what I want to do. And then slowly but surely it went from there. So I did get to travel with Stacy. We did go to Dubai. How crazy is that? That a girl from Turkey, Texas, it was in Dubai. And, you know, that's part of the culture of this company, is getting to connect with different people all across the world and all across the US. I love that because of Zingular, Stacy and I got to hang out. And I love his dear wife, Pam. She is just the sweetest thing ever. Do y'all know that the very first time I met her, I was really upset because my mom had joined me, but then she kind of quit. And really and truly, I wanted to do this for her. I wanted that if I did it, she would do it because she always struggled with weight. And I was so upset. And it was in Orlando at a conference that Pam actually stopped in the middle of a big group of people and prayed over me. So I just want to know, do your people pray over you? Because she did. She said, I didn't know that lady from Adam. So how cool is that? So that's just one part of the culture. I mean, I know I worked at the school for 10 years, and I promise you, those people did not have my back. Have you ever worked somewhere with a whole bunch of women that maybe did a little bit of backstabbing and a little bit of this, and they just kind of a little bit of a bully to be honest? That is exactly what I was dealing with whenever I was working with everybody at the school, and not here. That's just not how it works. The other thing is that y'all, I know that if you're from West Virginia or wherever, you're probably used to dealing with the cold. In Texas, in the Panhandle, we are used to dealing with cold, but it's been on a different level the past few weeks, a couple of weeks ago. And how cool was it that our CEO of our company reached out to different people and said, I want to know how you're doing, because we were without power. We were without electricity. We were without everything, all the things. And he said, I want to know how you're doing. And I remember a lady on my team, Cindy Clayton, that is a dental hygienist. She said, girl, I have worked for my dentist for 30 years and he's never called to check on me. And the CEO of the company called to check on me. How stinking cool is that? And so, that's just what I love about this. Stacy talking about being able to give. There were so many times that I could not, that John and I tithed and we gave to our church and we did what we could. But there were also so many times that I couldn't pay my grocery bill. I was the bus driver. I was trying to make ends meet. I literally would go to the grocery store with my boys and load up the cart and not be able to pay for my groceries. And we would walk out because we couldn't do it. Because guess what? My debit card, I didn't have a credit card. My debit card got declined. And so now then, to be able to say that we can give to the church, that we can give to the Ronald McDonald House, which is super dear to our heart because our son was 2 months early, that we can give to certain organizations that we want to give to. There were times I couldn't give to myself. I couldn't give to my family. And now then, being able to do that right there is worth all of it. And my very first trip that I ever went on with Zingular was in the Dominican. And we went to an orphanage that was Operation Underground Railroad, which was, I thought, really, really cool, which stops sex trafficking. And I actually got to go and be a part of painting and putting up TVs and doing all of the things and loving on these girls that didn't have the opportunity before we got there. Y'all, this is bigger than weight loss. The products are a given. I say we're better than online GNC. It doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, young, old, whatever it is. That's incredible. But our number one thing that we offer is a fabulous compensation plan that allows you to be able to give wherever you want to give. If it's your family, if it's other organizations, if it's whatever it is, that's what this is for. And that right there is what it's all about. And so I just want you to really and truly, like, I couldn't do this whenever I started. I remember hearing people that made, my gosh, they make $20,000 a month. They make $30,000 a month, whatever it is in this company. And I thought, you know what, that's really cool for them. But I'm just a girl from Turkey, Texas, that doesn't have a college degree, that, I'm just a mom. I'm just a mom. I'm just a wife. And I remember about 4 months being into this, and I thought, I want to do this because my husband has dreams. and because my kids have dreams, and because they deserve more. And because of that, every day, I love showing up for other people. I love being able to see other people's dreams come true, other dreams come true. I remember thinking if I could make $1,000 a month, you know what? That's my car payment. That's my electricity. That's my products. That's great. And then I made $1,000 a month. And I thought, you know what? If I can make 1,000, I can make 2. And then I made 2. And I thought if I can do that, I can make 5. Y'all, I remember being at the school and those teachers making $2,500 a month. And all I thought is, dang, I wish I would have gone to school to be a teacher and made $2,500 a month. And now all I can think is, thank you, Jesus, I'm not a teacher. Look at what all those teachers have been going through, not before the pandemic, but now then really during all of this pandemic. So if I can tell you anything, I can tell you right now that this company changes lives. This company went from a struggling mama that literally could not pay her grocery bills and could not keep her lights on, and my TV was shut off more than it was on, to, you know what we did about a month ago? We actually got to go and put the down payment down on our 24-year-old's house. How stinking cool is that? I was able to give to him when there were so many times that I couldn't. And so, yes, this company is, to say that it changes lives is an understatement. And all I can say is, you know what? Reach out, ask, get involved, because every single person that you know is going to do Zingular. So are they going to do it with you, or are they going to do it with someone else?
Awesome. Thank you, Christy. And one of the things that you talked about that really caught me was one of the reasons you did this was because your family and you have dreams. And, that's just so amazing to just step back and think, what kind of dreams are out there in front of me that I want to accomplish that I just either one, I can't financially do, or I don't have the time freedom to do. And this company has allowed you to do both, giving you the money to do it and giving you the time freedom to allow you to do it. So thank you so much for jumping on and sharing. I appreciate it. So next up, Robin Packard. Let me just share a little bit about Robin Packard. She is a rodeo mom from Texas, probably one of the busiest people I know, probably also one of the most hardworking and most determined women that I know. And Robin came in, probably, correct me if I'm wrong, Robin, probably somewhere around 5 or 6 years ago, fastest grower in the company. She is our only gold ambassador. For you guys who are new and don't know the ranks, that's fine. What that means is she is the highest earner in our company and has done it in a very short amount of time. And she is a multi-million-dollar earner with Zingular. So Robin, if you would unmute yourself and share with us.
Hi there. Hope y'all can hear me. So my story started back in 2012. Actually, I came in more for the products. I was overweight and, had 3 small kids and really struggling with my health. And like most of you, how you got on this Zoom, a friend invited me and had kept talking to me about it. And honestly, I kept shrugging her off. I watched for a year and she just kept saying, you need to do this. You need to do this with me. And I was like, man, I don't know. Sounds like snake oil to me. And after watching her success, I finally joined in, and I did. I lost 84 pounds. And I wish right then I would have jumped in the business because she encouraged me to do that. And I just kept saying, I'm not a salesman. I'm not pushy. I don't like to pressure people, because that's all I ever knew of sales, And so she talked me into going to a convention. And I'm so glad that Christy talked about the culture of the company, because we go to this convention and I don't see any salesmen. I don't see any pushy people. I just see a bunch of people that really want to change their lives and really want to change their families' lives. And I'll be honest, I had 3 little kids and I was in a struggling marriage. I worked in a lab. I made good money for being in a small town, what I thought was good money. But I was starting to get forced into working weekends. And I remember one day I asked off for field day to watch one of my kids in field day, and they turned me down, and how bummed I was to miss field day. And I started to really think, I went to this convention and I saw a girl standing on stage with this check. And I just thought, man, what could that do for me? That's like hitting the lottery, and you have a way better chance in this company of getting a check like that than actually winning the lottery. And I went home and I kind of kicked myself because I felt like, when God presents you with an opportunity, you don't take that lightly. And I thought about it all the way home. And when I got home, I thought, I need to do this. This could be big for my family. I got to do something. I knew that a divorce was inevitable, and I didn't know how I was going to support my 3 kids. And the lab job that I worked in wasn't going to be enough. And like I said, I was starting to get forced into working a bunch of stuff that I didn't want to work. So I got busy. I went out there and I talked about the opportunity. The products are great. There's not a lot to say about that. They're great. But what's even better and what's completely amazing about our company is the comp plan is even better. It's a company that wants to see their people do well. And that is not common in the network marketing world. This is a company that cares about their distributors, wants them to be happy, wants to see their lives change, wants to see their families change. And because of this company, like Christy, I got to go to Dubai. I got to take my 12-year-old to Dubai, got to take in my whole family to Hawaii. I've been to Cancun several times. I've been all over the country. And before this company, I'd never taken a vacation, to be honest. We would go to some horse shows and work our tails off and call that a vacation because that's what we like to do. Now I know what a real vacation actually is, and that's completely to this company that I've got to take my family. And, there's no more of missing track and field days. And what's funny, when Christy was talking about, she just really wanted to make that $2,500 a month. I remember I was making well into several thousands a month. And I remember I was still working full-time job. And they said, okay, well, we're going to have you work Christmas this year. And here I am with the 3 little kids and thinking, man, they're going to force me to work Christmas. And that was the end for me. That's when I finally was like, this is the way for me. And now I run my own schedule, which thank goodness runs around, like today was wax museum at the school. So the first part of my day started off being at the wax museum and getting to see my kids do that. And then I set my workload after that. But everything I have, everything I am, I attribute to this company and to the people in it. And what I love about it, it's a bunch of people helping each other. And like I got to meet Stacy a long time ago and made so many new friends that are like family to me. But without this company, I'm afraid of where I'd be because I am now a single mom. It's me supporting them 100% financially. And I would just be terrified to even think where I would be today. And I think it's really easy sometimes in the world we live in to get presented with an opportunity and just immediately dismiss it. But really tonight, I hope your hearts are open in your mind, because this is not an opportunity that you want to miss. And what I love about it, it's not a culture of who can climb to the top and step on each other all the way to the top. It is, we all rise together. We all are more successful if we do it together. It's really about picking each other up and helping see that life change. It's fun to watch people's health change. And in the beginning, I was super, super focused on that. And now, man, that's super fun, but it's also super fun to see, someone like Christy put a down payment down, or one of my friends get to take their kids for the first time on vacation. And it's just truly life changing. So I hope that, you listen to this tonight with open ears and an open heart, because this isn't an opportunity that you're going to want to miss. Like, radically changed my life. And I remember all too well being at the grocery store, 3 little kids in tow, sliding my debit card. And I'm going to tell you, that's the longest 45 seconds of a broke mama's life, waiting to see if that card's going to decline or if you have a little bit enough left to get your groceries. And for me, just life is crazy. Like, we've had 2 ER visits in this month because my 11-year-old son is a daredevil. We've had 2 ER visits in the last month. And if you would rewind 8 years ago, that would have wrecked me financially, wrecked me having those ER visits. And, at least these times, like, I can half laugh about it, half be mad at him for doing stupid stuff, but just know, like, hey, we're going to be okay. I'm still going to be able to pay my bills. And, 8 years ago, I just remember we were one of those American people, like, driving nice cars, and we had a nice house, but we were broke, paycheck to paycheck, and any single thing that came up was going to radically just derail our finances, and it was just miserable. So I'm thankful for y'all being on here tonight, and no matter what your situation is or where you're at in life, just know that there's a place for you in our company, and there's a place for you on our teams, because we're here to help and really want to see everybody be successful.
Sorry about that. I couldn't get my mic unmuted. I don't know anyone who's had that problem during this pandemic, unmuting their mic. But Robin, thank you so much. And, you got talking about the culture of the company, and we're all on different teams here, but we all come together and help each other out daily. I mean, with training, with jumping on a phone call with someone, with jumping on a Zoom, whatever it might be, just be able to help each other out, because we all do have the same goal in mind, and that is just helping out as many people as we can. I mean, at the end of the day, that's our goal. No matter who it is, we just want to help someone change their lives. So thank you, Robin, for sharing with us tonight. I'm going to bring Melissa Adams on to close us out. She is my partner in crime. Her and I have traveled a lot together. I pretty much cannot think of a trip that we haven't been on together. And let me tell you, she is a lady that speaks straight from her heart. She preaches believability in people. I've not met anyone that, if you're not believing in yourself, she is going to pump that into you, because she will believe in you before you believe in yourself. So Melissa, if you would, hon, come on and close us out tonight.
Hey, thank you so much, Stacy. And you are the rock star. I'm so thankful to have you as my business partner, but more than that, to have you as my friend. And yes, we have traveled the world together and can't wait for all the remaining trips that we have to go to. Thank you also to Robin and Christy. You guys, you've heard these fantastic ladies telling their amazing stories and life-changing stories to you guys. Normal people, ordinary ladies doing extraordinary things. And I'm here to tell you right now, you can do this. I have been a part of Zingular for about 6 years, almost 6 years, and I came from corporate America, and I was working 60 hours a week, traveling 3 to 4 days a week, and I found a way to fit this into my life. I did something for my Zingular business every single day, even if it was just fitting it in the nooks and crannies of my day when I can. And after just a few months, I was using that referral income to not only cover my products, because that's what I needed them to do. That's all I expected at the time. But then I found it was paying my car payment, and it just kept growing from there. And 2 years, almost to the day, I walked away from a corporate America job at 47 years old, not just replacing, but exceeding an upper management income that had taken me 25 years of hard work and experience to earn. And I just turned 50 about 6 weeks ago, and mind blowing as it is, we are debt free. And my favorite part of this is helping others work to achieve the same. So what I'm going to ask you right now is, what would $500 extra a month look like to your family? Look like to you, look like to your family? Would it not be cringing as the dollar amount on the gas pump keeps going up as the gas prices rise? Would it be being able to pay dues and buy uniforms and equipment for competitive sports, cheerleading and baseball? I know we're starting now, and being able to do that without running up a credit card. What about paying off a credit card? Do you still owe money from Christmas that hasn't paid off yet? What about taking your kids on that vacation to Disney? Every time they see the commercial come on, you know that you want to take them there so bad, but your paycheck from your job just won't allow you to do it right now. What about having a savings account with actual money in the savings account? What about being able to spoil your grandbabies and not worried that your fixed income won't cover it? What about, like Stacy said, giving to your church or giving to a charity or being able to help somebody that you know needs help? What about just regular, everyday, unexpected things happening? Car needs tires. The air conditioner goes out. What about your kid needs braces? That can be devastating to a family. Would it help you not have to live paycheck to paycheck? What about time? That's my favorite part of this, the time freedom. For me, it was being able to be at the birth of both of my grandchildren and being able to spend at least 2 weeks or more with my daughter and not have to take time off work or ask anybody if I could. It was being able to be in my mom's hospital room when she had open heart surgery a few years ago, and then being able to go to her house on a daily basis to help my dad take care of her so she didn't have to go to a facility with a stranger taking care of her. It's being able to take spontaneous trips with my husband, and just because we want to go, you know, it's spending more time making memories with the people that matter the most than spending most of your time with coworkers who don't care. It's giving your family the very best of you instead of coming home from work tired and spent and giving them what's left of you. That's time freedom, y'all. Ask yourself this right now. Why not you? You only need to take one step by yourself, and that is saying yes. After that, we are going to lock arms with you, and we are going to give you everything you need to do what Robin and Christy and Stacy and myself have done. Don't settle for mediocrity in your life. You are one decision away right now from the greatness that God has put right in front of you. You are not here by accident. Message the person that invited you and tell them yes. Tell them you want something more for your life than what you have right now. If you are already a customer, but you're not sharing this with people, it's a $35 decision. Message the person, your sponsor, tell them yes. Tell them you want something more than what you have for yourself right now. Don't let fear stop you, because I know that that's what it is. It's scary, but fear is what's kept you in the same place and what will keep you in the same place from now till whenever. This is yours for the taking. So have the courage to stop living vicariously through other people and watching them live out their dreams, and make your own dreams become a reality. Have the faith to know that you are worthy of this life. And we love you, and we want you to come X with us. Make that decision tonight. Good night. We love you guys.